And we're back with episode 3 of the Tap Into Income podcast. You got your host, Phill, Tony. It's another week, baby.
It's another week, champ. How you doing?
I'm chilling,
Good week?
brother. How you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. Man, that last episode was a lot of gems dropped in that.
Drop some gems, bro. We dropped some gems. I probably gave away too much. I don't know. We gave away a lot of jewels there, man.
A lot of game.
But that's what we're here for, though, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I kind of want to dive a little bit deeper from the last episode and kind of give us your backstory, how you became a realtor and you pivoted into the real estate game and your trials and tribulations of becoming a realtor, because that's not something that's easy to do, only because everybody want to be a realtor nowadays.
Yeah, for sure.
And how much a realtor you said that's in the state of Texas? You told me
30-some thousand.
No, in state of Texas or Houston?
Oh, Houston about 30,000.
Houston about 30.
Texas might be over 100,000, maybe.
And I be looking at it, I be asking you up like, yo, how old?
It might be more than 100,000. I'm sure.
I'm like, how old y'all eating?
Because everybody at home not eating. Like, you got probably 1-2% that's maybe really out here doing something. A lot of, no disrespect to nobody. That's not what I'm trying to do or say here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have your stay-at-home mom that I need to do something. You know, my husband at work, he's doing his thing. He's making things happen, but I want to feel like I'm doing something. And, everybody watch HGTV today.
I actually seen a reel of another realtor that's popping out here talk about selling Sunset or whatever the case may be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you ever watch that show on Netflix?
Nah, I never watched Sunset. That's in
like
California,
the luxury realtors and stuff like that. But I guess you got to have a lot of connections and network relationships to be in that type of bubble.
Circle, bubble. Yeah, I can see that in Sunset Boulevard in LA, because it's a lot of houses out there in the mountains, a lot of rich people out there. So I'm sure they're probably secluded. You know what I mean? You got to fight your way into that circle or know someone. Right handshake, magic handshake.
Yeah. What's the magic handshake?
That handshake your grandma used to give you when you was a kid. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a lot of realtors that are doing stuff, and a lot of them that are not, which is okay. I mean, everyone do what they do, but I can only focus on myself, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, when I pivot from the music industry, I had, again, from the last episode, I had to change. I had to get out of that world that I was in, and I pivoted. And again, real estate was always there.
Yeah,
real estate was always there for me. I always had to, building houses, what have you, and I knew I had to get into real estate. But the crazy thing about that, Phil, I used to ask my mentor, should I become a licensed realtor?
Mm-hmm.
And this taught me not to go against myself. Because a lot of times we always asking for advice. We need validation from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But the creator did not put that on them, their desire, their spirit to do something, right? But we want to ask people for validation. So I should I get my license? And several times, no, don't get your license. Because again, I wanted to start, again, remember I said by Robert Kiyosaki, the book was Investor. I want to become an investor. I want to invest in real estate, buy, flip, wholesale, the whole 9 yards from the start. That's kind of what my mindset was at.
Mm-hmm.
And no, don't get your real estate license, because you get your license, you got to go through all these different red tapes, rules and regulations and blah, blah, blah. So they kind of put a little fear on me. But I what you mean by rules and regulations? You know what I mean? What have you? But, and I got down to my last $20,000. Matter of fact, it was my last $19,000 at this time. That's when I had went through my money and blew it.
Yeah.
Houses and went into foreclosure. I'm down to my last 19 bands. And I knew I wasn't going back to the music industry. I knew I wasn't going to do that. But I needed to do something. I knew I wasn't going to get a 9 to 5. That just wasn't going to happen. As bad as I need a 9 to 5, as bad as I need to go to work, as bad as I need to make some money, I have to find something that I want to be able to tap into that's going to, still I'm a boss. I'm still doing my own thing, control my own time, stuff of that nature. And I just ignore all the advice that I was getting from people about becoming a realtor.
Mm-hmm.
And I took $1,500 of that money.
Yeah.
That I had out of 19,000 to 1,500, and I remember going to the real estate school, Champion Real Estate school, and when I went there, I inquired about the class and what it's going to take, what have you, and she was like, "Well, you can take the class on the weekends, and you can do 2 days a week. You can do this and that,
Yeah.
or you can just fast track this program." And it was from Monday to Thursday, 8 to 5.
Yeah.
I'm fast tracking.
Yeah.
I have no time to waste.
Road runner.
I gotta get to the bag. I gotta get in the game. Like, let me learn this real quick, right?
For sure.
So I went there and I signed up and I fast tracked it. I went to, I think it was like a 6-week course. I went and learned the real estate and took those classes, got those hours in to prep myself to take the final exam. And the crazy thing about all that, I got to the end prep class and that's when I found out that your student loan had to be current. Because when you deal with real estate, you're dealing with the government,
Yeah.
like track, and your student loan in default or your student loan not this and that,
Oh.
you're not allowed to get no license.
Oh wow. That's something I just learned today.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I
yeah. So when I got to that end, I'm like, I get all the way to the end and get to this point. So that kind of hindered me a little bit, which all right, so now let me pivot and try to get my student loans current. So it took me like 90 days to get my student loan where it needed to be at. But within them 90 days, time, life and things going. Like nothing stopping and waiting for you to go get your stuff together. Like it's not waiting. Life is still fast paced. 24 hours every day, they popping, they moving, right?
You got kids, you got 3 kids, wife, everything.
All this, you know what I mean? I got to deal with the pressure of life itself. So those 90 days come by. All right, cool. My student loan current now. I'm ready to go take this test. And I remember going back to like study for the prep because I stopped studying all the information that I learned. It's not.
It's not fresh in your brain.
No, not like it was back then. You know what I mean? When I first finished the course. So I had to go back and take a prep class, and I took the prep class, and I was like, man, I'm gonna take the test. I went and took the test, and I failed. I failed by 5 points.
That's the worst. I've been through that too.
I failed
multiple times.
I failed by 5 points, bro.
I know your heart sunk. You was just like,
I was like, all right, I gotta do it again. Went back to prep school again, study, and I went back and to the test again. I think I failed this time like 3 points.
Right there at the fence line.
I failed again.
But you could have stopped there.
I could have stopped.
You could have stopped at the 3-yard
I
line.
could have stopped. Make a long story short, I ended up failing that test 5 times. I got to the point where I said, forget it. That negativity kicked in.
Tell them though. Tell them how much times you failed, but it didn't hinder you from quitting, and those failures
You know what I'm saying?
to.
I failed that test 5 times. I failed that test 5 times, honestly. The 4th time, I was done with that test. The 4th time, I said, forget it. I just be an investor. I just try to learn how to wholesale, flip, whatever. Because I was so destroyed. I was just hurt. I was just like devastated because I'm trying to accomplish something and I'm not able to get across that barrier.
Yeah.
I'm not able to get across that. So I don't know, maybe a month passed by when that happened. And my spirit is resilient, man. I have such a powerful spirit, man.
Yeah.
Like the Most High talk to me and like be tapping me on my shoulder, like, hey son, get up. Hey son, like you gotta go do this. Like, and so I never forget, all right, cool. This time, instead of me going to prep school, you know what I did?
What?
I remember those 20,000 hours I did on YouTube. Because everybody learns different.
Yeah.
I'm a visual learner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I found this guy on YouTube, prep something. I can't remember exactly, but it was prep agent to that nature, right? And the way that he was teaching the literature and he was breaking it down, I was like, oh, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And I was getting it, and I was like, boom, and I was like, yeah, I get that. Okay, I get what you're saying about this and blah blah blah. And I was like, YouTube. I think I got his course. I paid for his course again.
Yeah.
What I did, I invested it into myself. I paid for a course that was going to help me get to where I wanted to go. And that's something that most people are scared to do is invest their money into something that's going to help benefit them.
It's the
right?
blueprint.
It's the blueprint. So I did that. I went back, took that test, and I remember I was like nervous when I finished it, and I gave the paper. I hit end. I went over it. They give you so much time to
That's
take
the
it.
worst part at the end. You like you don't want to change no answers.
No, like you don't,
You
you
just like
don't, and I
die.
was like, all right, cool. I submitted it, and they don't give you the grade
Yeah,
while you sitting down.
yeah.
So you got to come out of the testing center and go into the front and get the paper.
Mm-hmm.
And so the dude had turned it upside down, or whatever, and I flipped it, and it said pass. I wanted to like, but I held my composure, like smooth, like yeah, I know I'm gonna pass this. I got this down. I got this down, pat. So I got my paper, and I remember I got in the car and I just let it go.
Yeah,
Like it was just joy. Like
yeah,
I didn't. It wasn't like me crying or boohooing, but it was
Yeah.
just excitement.
yeah.
I just yelled loud as I could from the top of my lungs in my car.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Of joy and happiness. Like, oh, y'all finna pay. Oh, y'all made me go through all this trouble to get this license. You guys finna pay because I'm finna make some money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm finna eat now. Like, you let me in the game, baby. I'm in the game. So they let me in the game with this real estate license, man. And I remember, like, I got home because every time I would come home, like, my family would be like, you passed? Like everybody energy went down, like, oh. But then, like, they do their best to motivate you and inspire you. Oh, you're going to get it next time. Don't worry, don't worry. And you need that. But sometimes it just don't work.
It don't because it's an inner battle. It's an inner battle between
it's inside of me, and
Yeah.
I felt that energy. Like even though they were saying that, but I felt their pain just as much as I felt my pain.
Yeah.
And they count on you to be successful.
Successful.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But this time I went home, man. I had the video. I would love to share that video when I walked in and I said I passed. The whole entire house lit up. I'm talking about my kid was running up and down the stairs. Oh yeah, and my son, we finna get this money. We finna get this money. It was a great feeling, man, to again rebound and mindset and just being resilient.
Yeah.
That's why I talk the way I talk, and I tell people, you just got to keep going and have that right mindset and stay positive.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how you feel at things in life, if you just keep going, you just keep pushing, like you're gonna get there. Never quit on yourself because there's a saying, right? Winners never quit, and quitters never win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It don't coexist. So I am a winner. I have always been a winner. And when you adopt that mindset of becoming a winner, you're gonna become a winner too. No matter how you go through life, you trip, you fall, whatever happens, you're gonna find a way just to get yourself back up. So once I passed that test, I remember I already had a deal ready for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you too. I was like, yo, you went through all through that trouble.
I went through all
What was the
that
first deal?
trouble, man. I had a deal. There was a friend of mine, and it's crazy how divine timing and how the universe worked. Because as I was prepping for the class and studying, I was like, I'm gonna be a realtor. I'm gonna have you get a house. I'm gonna have you get you a house, bro. And my guy at the time, he wasn't ready to buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But he was getting all this stuff in order. He was getting his W-2s and his money together and, prepping what I would tell him to do. And it just so happened, when I passed the test, he's ready to buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And I closed my first deal with a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I helped him and his family get their first house because he was renting and living in a townhouse. Mm. And I used to always be, man, you get a house, you gotta get a house, you gotta get a house, you gotta get a house. So for me to be able to help him, get a house, it was a win-win, not only for him because it's his first house, but it was a win-win for me because it's my first deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm finally, and that's the thing, I kind of got into real estate. Again, I didn't get into real estate to really become a realtor. I wanted just to be an investor, but I wanted to control my own deals. Mm-hmm. But I became a realtor because it was so fun and so joyful helping people become homeowners. Mm-hmm. That's a powerful thing here in America. for you to own property.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So I did that, got his deal done, and I went on and helping other people, you know what I'm saying, do deal. But in the process of me doing that, I was trying to find the right brokerage. Because sometimes you can get with a broker and they give you game, they help you with knowledge and information, so forth, so have you, you know. But sometimes you put on a shoe and your shoe might be too tight
Yeah.
and it might be too big, you know. So I kind of went through 2 or 3 different brokerage. I found one that was really good. Um, they was giving me 100%. And one thing about being a realtor, people want to take your money.
Mm-hmm.
They looking for a way to take your
I
money, bro.
mean, you know how the game goes.
Like, I don't like that. I work too hard. I work too hard to get this process going.
You know what you gotta do. You
I know
driving for
exactly what I
dollars,
gotta
doing the
do. All that
marketing.
stuff, man.
You got your cold months. You got your hot
Yeah,
months.
yeah. And think about it, you with a brokerage and you paying $100 desk fees, $200 desk fees, and then they taking 20, 30, 40% of your deal.
Mm.
They winning.
Yeah, because they got multiple
And
agents
nine
across the
times out of
board.
10, they not giving you no leads. You out here working your butt for these leads, and you grinding and putting the work in. So I went to a couple different agencies. Brokerage. I went through Remax, and I wanted to go to a big company at the time, which I did. I went to Remax, and it was a great experience because I learned a lot.
Yeah.
And I learned that I didn't need nobody like big, because throughout my journey, throughout my experiences in life, I was that guy.
Mm.
People buy you.
Yeah.
They don't buy the companies.
Your brand, your marketing.
It's you.
You see it.
Tap.
You see
Get to
it.
income.
You see
Tap.
it. You see it.
People buy you. Like, yeah, it's good to brand and brand yourself, but it's you. People are going to buy you if you that person. If you that brand of yourself, that you put yourself out there in a good, positive way, they're going to come to you. They're going to find you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Remax taught me. For one, they were taking my money. I didn't like that. It's like, I do a deal, I'm paying a house note just to them. That's a whole $1,500-$1,600.
Yeah.
Oh, that should eat me alive. I used to be like, oh, I gotta go.
Because you can do a lot with that money, man. Every dollar count, no?
I was putting $1,500 in the stock market, or some of that nature, or more marketing to get me more leads and more
stuff
deals.
like that, for sure.
You feel me? And I wasn't getting that with Remax. It was just a Remax brand, and you know what I mean. Some people that sell in their house, they want the big brands, but they all brainwashed by TV and commercials.
Yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it.
You know what I mean? It's the person, it's that agent, it's the one that's working for you.
Yeah.
It's that person who got good energy, who's going to be able to attract those buyers, who's going to be able to find that seller that you can buy that house from. That's what it boiled down to at the end of the day. So once I learned that it was all me, you know what I mean? I found myself in a different company. Now I'm at a company by the name of TNT Real Estate. Company has been so tremendous, and I've been so grateful to have become a part of this team. You know what I mean? And it's not some big company. Actually, it's just me and my broker. You know what I mean? But it's a perfect fit for me. Like, my shoe fit perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even me, that story, I got a whole story behind that. It's divine. Like, you know what I mean? Everything that I do, honestly, man, has been on a journey of the Creator. And I look back and I can honestly say that.
Yeah.
Because something led me down the road and to write signs down. Like when I was doing the wholesale deal, you know what I used to do?
Yeah.
That's how I used to find my buyers. I'm going to give you guys some game. I used to find my buyers when they say we buy houses on the side of the road. So I used to take the phone number down and write it down. And I would call these different guys. Hey, what you looking for? What you looking to buy? I'm a realtor. Sometimes I come across certain deals. And if you have a what you trying to find, and if I find something, I can send it your way. And so one day I'm around down the street and I see this big old sign. I mean, real nice. I mean, big billboard sign. Like, we buy houses, right? And I wrote the number down because I was trying to sell a strip mall. I had a strip mall for sale. It was like 4 million, close to $4 million. And I was trying to get rid of that. I want that bad. I want that bad.
Big boy.
That's a nice check, right? 3% of that. You know what I mean?
Check.
So I was going down, and so happened, I called a guy. We talking, and I was like, hey, man, I got this strip mall right off of West Time. I'm trying to sell it. You think that might be something you may be interested in? And he was like, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. If I can't do it, I got an uncle that buys on large commercial deals. Perfect, great. what's your email? Gave him his email, and I sent him the deal. And it was so funny, man. He called me like 2 weeks later. I'm about a week and a half, maybe. He like, D'Antonio. I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, man, I know you. I like, you know me. What you mean you know me? You know, he was like, and this is an Asian guy, like, and there was too many Asian guys like know me, like, I'm thinking like, my mind like, I know TV Johnny, I know Kevin, and I know some of them groups of guys that I work with in the Asian community, but this guy's not ringing a bell. It's not like hitting home. And and he like, damn, man, you got a unique name. Like, I can never forget your name. You know what I'm saying? And we talking and talking. And I'm like, and he said something that I knew he knew me. He said, man, you used to be with T.I. I said, oh, damn, who are you? I'm trying to keep my composure. I'm not like going crazy, like, but damn, he really do know me. Because honestly, don't nobody know that for real, unless you had to be in my circle.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of guy that was going around bragging, yeah, I hang with this person, I hang with that person. Like, you had to know me to know that I was in them type of circles. You feel me? And when he was like, and it dawned on me like, Torn? Yeah. I was like, wow. I used to buy a car from this guy when I was 20, 23 years old. I used to buy Mercedes cars, and my first Mercedes car I brought for myself, I paid cash for it, $30K out the pocket. I brought this car like 23, 24 years old.
Damn, you could have invested. Sheesh.
I could have invested that. But again, there was me not knowing self. There was me, you know, kid coming out of the hood and worked his way up and made some money. Now I'm, you know, listening to Tupac, picture me riding in my S500. You know what I mean? You know, that man, bobbing your head, like, they're having that mindset of buying a liability because, you know, that's what I wanted.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I remember, like, I went and brought that car. I brought, like, several cars from him. And one time he like, man, you should buy you some land. And I was like, I thought about it for a second. Man, I don't want no land, man. Give me this Escalade truck. Hey, give me this Escalade truck. This is what I want. This is what I want right here. And I got the, but it's funny, man, how, again, that's why I say divine time.
Yeah.
And come to find out that was Torn that I called from that number that day. And I've been with Torn now since 2018, him and his wife. And it's crazy because I sold Torn a wholesale deal that I got. And this is what made me like, I was at Remax, and this is what made me like, hey, Torn, you think your wife would mind if I come hang my license at your office? And he was like, oh, no, Tony, it wouldn't be a problem. And I remember she told me, she was like, Tony, I don't do no training, and I don't do none of those things, right? And for me, I was like, cool. I got all the training I need. Like, I know what I can do for myself. But it's the perfect situation for me because, again, I've been knowing her husband for a very long time. We had a great relationship. You know what I mean? No, we lost contact with each other for that period of time. Yeah. But being able to pick up from where we left off at and the impression I left on him back then and he left on me, and to jump in with them and to have that relationship, man, was, again, it was the perfect shoe, divine timing. Of me getting into the real estate. And so now I've been doing this real estate now for about 8 years, like far as in being licensed. Yeah. For 8 years, I've been consistently on my grind, hustling, networking, meeting people, and learning the game from all different aspects of it, from apartments to commercial to wholesaling, short sale, foreclosure, you name it. Some people are like, what you do in real estate? And I pretty much dip and dab in all of it. Yeah. But my niche is wholesale.
The game.
That's where it's at. That's what I learned.
That's my mentor right there, teaching me the game. Teaching me the game. But you know what's funny though? What I tell you before I said, well, we met in the sauna. We talking, chopping it up or whatever. I don't remember what conversation we had. We had another conversation again after that or whatever the case may be. I'm like, I've been learning about wholesaling. No, I think I mentioned it, and I was like, oh, I got access to videos from like a dude that's really, really doing it.
Right.
Watched it, took all the notes down, et cetera, et cetera. I think I brought my laptop to the office one day, And I was like, yo, you thought I was joking?
Phil was on it. He was trying to
You
learn the
thought I was
game.
joking? I was like,
Yeah.
I scored. He's like, oh shit, you really did your research.
Matter of fact, I think you even sent me a couple deals that day.
Yeah.
One of your guys had some wholesale deals.
Oh,
we
I
couldn't do
believe
nothing
so.
with them, but you were like, Tony, I got some, and he sent them my way. I looked at them, but
Yeah.
it wasn't something that we could do it with at the time. But it was just the fact that my man was hungry. Feel like I'm finna eat, bro.
Cause I didn't at that time. I ain't even. I've seen it, but I never really understood it to the max because my uncles are in real estate. They in commercial real estate, and my uncle be like, "Yo, like." He wasn't giving me like the full on game, and he like, yo, just look for deals, and like how you be saying that, just look for deals and stuff like that. I understand it now because I understand the whole play. Right. Once you understand the whole play, now you understand it. Other day we driving for dollars, putting out signs and stuff like that, etc. That's the work that we putting in.
Right.
We executing it. You know what I mean? Like how you talking about just reading a book. Just reading a book isn't doing nothing for us. It's giving us game. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But now we got to execute it. We got to put the plan. We got to put the plan in motion. So that's a big thing. So you know what I mean. Now, like I said, well, we got the 8 to 12. We got 8 and 4 more properties. You know what I mean?
Man, it's funny how that even happened just by us networking.
Yeah.
We created a networking event, a business mixer. When I met Phil, that's what he was doing with his company, with Pat. When I went there to an event and I seen what he was doing, I was like, and it's divine timing. I'm all about that divine timing, man. Like, and to see that and to see young Bull, you know what I mean, doing this thing. And that's something that of course I've been doing, and I've done many events.
Yeah.
But also just more so on the entertainment side.
Same side. And I did it too.
Yeah,
I did the party promotion
so
stuff in New York.
I got it. I understood it. You know what I mean? And once we connected and got together and we formed a company, and now we can merge our ideas together, our energy together, our resources together, and make it a more dynamic, more powerful situation. Because I always say, man, it's better to move with a team of like-minded people.
For sure, 100%.
You know what I mean? And when we did that, we had an event last week, that networking event, and we linked up with the young lady, and we was talking, and it was funny because I didn't put real estate on my name tag.
He said, "I'm the money man."
I'm the money guy. So I put my name and the money guy, and it was intriguing to people because, you know, everybody wants the bad. Everybody want what you know about money. What you mean about money? And I remember AJ was like, "You gonna put what on here?" I'm putting the money bag on mine, money guy on mine. AJ, he like, so a couple guys asked me, "What you got about money?" And like for me, what I mean by being a money guy, like my network and the people I know.
Yeah.
Right. I can help you get these resources, depending on what you have and what you're trying to do. And on top of that, my life path number is 8. If you know anything about life path number, it's 8, which is wealth, abundance, prosperity. Like I've always accumulated money. Money has always been around me.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, people around me with money. Money flows through me. So if you around me and you attach yourself to me, money gonna find you.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the energy that and that's from the universe. I came to Earth with this characteristic.
Yeah.
I didn't create this. This is what I came here with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is in my chart. This is in my birth chart, bro. You feel me? So I put that on my shirt, and one guy, he was trying to get like 400,000. That's a play for Phil.
Yeah.
Phil do funding. He helped
How we get to the capital.
funding. He helped people get credit card. He helped people get large deals that need some funding. What you trying to do? LLCs and credit restore. Like he does a lot. Stock and help you with the trade. It's so much that this young man has to offer you. It's amazing, right? So I got a deal for him out of that conversation. And then I spoke to another young lady. She asked me the same thing, but she wanted to be more specific. When she asked me about the money, and I kind of like, well, I tell you what, yeah. I see where she was going. I said, well, I'm into wholesale, real estate, what have you. And that conversation just took off. She's like lit up, and she like, really? Because she was a mortgage loan officer, right? And she was like, I got this deal, and I got this, and I got that. And she sent over 8 deals.
Yeah.
8 wholesale deals off the market that we're currently facilitating and working on right now to this day.
Yeah.
And that's the power of networking. That's the power of coming out to these events. Most people, you want to go to the club and you want to pop bottles and pop this and that. Get on that
Eventbrite,
Eventbrite,
Event Nor.
and look for
There's
these
so many,
business,
so
look for
many
these
different
business
platforms.
mixers, man. These business mixers. You got a business, and you trying to, what I'm saying,
Expand.
take yourself to the next level. Like, go to these mixers and network, and stop being so afraid to get out there and market yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's where you're gonna find deals. Like, so we didn't got into this world where we scared to talk to people and move around and open up our mouth and dialogue with people, right?
Yeah.
But just by us having this event, man, now we got those 8, another 4. Their relationship led to some other stuff, man. I think we probably, man, I honestly feel like, do I say it?
Nah, don't even say it. Don't even say it. Don't even say it. But man, we just working. We just working, and that's what we're doing over here. We're doing events every single month, so make sure you guys pop out. We'll post it on our Tap Into Income page or Pat Consulting page or Tony's 2-tier real estate page. But yeah, so he actually, I wanted to ask you last thing. What advice would you give to a young realtor that's coming into the game? It don't got to be too long, too short.
Man, get you a great mentor if you don't already have one.
Boom. At least to the blueprint. At least to the blueprint. And if listen, mentors will either be free, but if they too busy and they know what they're doing, they really know what they're doing, they probably will ask for a little fee. If you really, really, really want to get to that goal faster and move that goalpost for yourself, I'm gonna invest.
Right.
And you're going to do your due diligence of finding people, or asking around about that person. It's super important to ask around about that person. Somebody asked me today, like, oh, teach me some stuff that you know. Because she's like, what you doing today? Whatever the case may be. I'm like, I'm about to drop $5 with my partner. And
Matter of fact, not to cut you off, when you posted that, lady called me from your page.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a wholesale deal.
Yeah.
Just by that one little, she sent us the deal that I sent to the group for the duplex.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They looking to build some duplexes in Pearland, like $4 or $5 million. They need funding.
Yeah.
That's
investors holler at us.
That's how it goes, man. Like, we not. And then when you have a mentor, like, you got to find someone who's really genuine.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of scammers out here, man.
Too many.
And I thought of, like, man, do I really want to, like, get in this podcast industry and try to create courses and, do this and do that because of
the reputation that it gives.
The reputation is bad right now.
And it's crazy because I think I told you, like, before everybody was podcasting, I had like a whole podcast. I shot a first EP with my mans in New York. I'm like, yo, we about to start this podcast because he played ball. You know what I mean? He knew Tobias Harris. We knew all these people in NY. Like, that was with Dreamville, this, that, and the third, whatever the case may be, and we could have got them on. And COVID had happened or whatever the case may be, and I moved here and I got sick, et cetera, and we'll talk about that right now, of how I became a financial advisor, and I pivoted from being a trainer out in New York and then started my financial advisory career. But before everybody was popping with the podcast, I was on the verge of doing. I'm not saying I was the first person, but I'm like, damn, like everybody talking about it. Then you got the 50-50, this, that, and the third.
Right.
And that's why I was like, when I told you, like, yo, if we starting this up, I don't want to talk about any of that stuff. It's positivity. It's about how to tap into income, how to tap into yourself, and how to get to this bag. But
yeah, like you said, Phil, to do that is, man, special, positive mindset, and everything we've been talking about. But again, like, for you, because, not everybody tap into that financial advisory side. And something that when I first met my first financial advisor, I went to a class, he was with New York Life. And one of the things that he talked about, I always wanted to invest too, right? And I did. I had got me a VUL back then. I got me a life insurance policy. I think I put like $500,000 on my head. So if something was to happen to me back then, because I was living a tough and rough life, throwing bricks and how all that.
You gotta get into it.
Like, and what I mean by throwing bricks, like sometimes you throw bricks to the penitentiary.
Yeah.
Sometimes you throw bricks to the graveyard.
Yeah.
Just by being affiliated with certain people. That's what I mean by that. But he told me, I think it was like 97% of the people in the world pay their bill first, and only 3% people pay themselves first.
Mm-hmm.
When you or what made you want to become a financial advisor?
Um, the lack of percentage of Black African American males in that industry, and then I had actually how it started more so one of my close boys that I'm so close with today, told me to pull up to a hookah lounge with him more so, and pulled up to a hookah lounge up in New York with him, and we were just all sitting and chopping it up, and one person knew this person knew this person from Instagram, because everybody connected on that stuff. And it was funny because like one of the two Black mentors that I had met, I had met his brother like I think like a week or 2 weeks ago, because I was trying to rent out their gym. It was like a small gym or whatever. And I'm like, yo, you got a brother? And he's like, yeah. He has a London accent. He's like, yeah. and I'm like, damn, I definitely spoke to your brother last week. He's like, wow, man, that's crazy. Small world, da da da.
Yeah.
So, we just started all just talking about, money and stuff like that. And like I said, I was making a lot cash wise, no W-2, everything off the books, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, damn, I don't know shit about this. I don't know shit about this stuff.
Right.
Like at all.
How old were you at the time?
I probably was maybe 21 to 23. Okay. And at that time, I was still like party promoting and stuff.
Right.
So I'm living, nightlife, et cetera, doing what, throwing parties, et cetera, et cetera. So, one day I just had an epiphany, man, like, because I was personal trainer at the time. I was making good money. I was doing my thing, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of people knew me in New York and Long Island to, was that dude, like, at that time. Like, you know when you feel like you saw a lot of trends, but obviously everybody think, but just the way you brand and market yourself and your aura and how you go about things is just so important. And I just always had that, carry that energy with me. And I just had an epiphany, though, one day, and I was like, man, I can't do this till I'm 40 years old. To teach people to work because it's a lot of energy, especially when you're trying to scale and go to have a legitimate operation scaling business of where you're trying to take it to another level where you become the business owner and you're doing less of seeing clients and stuff like that. Now you having other trainers coming around and stuff like that. And I it's so crazy. I could have opened up my own gym in New York, and that's a very tough thing to do. I had the investors to do it and everything, but they just wanted the money back way too fast. And as a business, it takes 5 to 10 years to be successful.
Facts. Absolutely.
Especially with a gym. The location was perfect and stuff like that. How to be running, but it was just way too much. This is when I came across my first investors. It was a group of five men, and I met him through one of my clients that I used to train their kids in gymnastics. His wife introduced me to the husband and stuff like that, and we just took off from there and built a relationship. But yeah, man, the low percentage of Black African American males in that industry is very small. And it was like I was like, yo, I got to be the change, and I wanted to be the change. Just how I informed you about like, yo, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do for your daughter and your son, et cetera, et cetera. It's a game changer because just think about it. If your kid is just born, you're gonna start investing for them out the gate. By the time they're 18, they got $200,000, $300,000, maybe $500,000 to their name.
Now they got money to go and start a business or something.
Buy real estate.
Yeah, buy real estate. Buy their first property and flip it.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. And it doesn't have to be a lot of money, Tony.
Right.
It could be $100 a month. That accumulates.
Right. Absolutely.
Over 18 years, it accumulates, right? And it just depends on the percentage gain of what that company, that ETF or whatever it does, right? So I'm studying for the exam in 2020. Early 2020, before COVID really hits. And then
during that time, everybody had that 2020 vision. I don't know if you were seeing that going on social media. Like, because it was 2020, right? So perfect vision is eyesight is 2020. Yeah. So everyone had that 2020 vision. I think so many businesses started in 2020.
Yeah.
That ended because of COVID.
100%.
You know what I mean? But you kept going.
So they closed all the testing centers down and stuff like that. So I'm studying for my General's Life Health Insurance 1 exam to take this exam, and then boom. And blazing through it. Like I bet I'm about to get this done, this done, this done, because I'm like committed to it. I got all the time in the world. So that happens. I come to Houston or whatever the case may be is because COVID was rampant in New York. So my sister and my mom wanted me to get out of New York, come down here, chilling 4 weeks. I get super sick. I had the coma, et cetera, et cetera. Get back on my feet, do the whole rehabilitation on myself, by myself. And then I started studying for my exams again. Same way how you feeling, same way I'm feeling.
It's crazy how that parallel.
But you know what's crazy? When I got COVID, I felt like I developed anxiety a lot after the fact, and my testing anxiety too, because I just graduated in 2019, and I didn't take an exam in a minute, but like this pressure now, this is real life pressure on you.
That was college, 2019.
2019, I graduated, so it's like 2020, boom. All right, I'm trying to get into a career now, and all the pressure's on you, like how you said. All the pressure is on you when you're trying to create something for yourself and get a career. And you telling your mom, your sister, like, yo, like I'm about to like really be this. And mind you, you took one exam. I had to take 4.
I won't survive that. I wasn't gonna lie.
I had to take 4.
I would have done it all the time.
And I still need it. I mean, I don't need to, but
this young Phill though, his mindset good.
So I'll take a General's Life Health Insurance 1.
Yeah.
I had to take Series 63, Series 7, and then Series 66.
That's powerful, bro. That's huge, though. There's some powerful, hard-ass tests.
They are.
They're not easy.
They're not because...
Series 63, like, this boy lit.
Series 7 is step 1. And I failed... Shoot, I maybe failed like probably like at least all of them together like failed 5 to 8 times.
Oh, you definitely went through the same...
Oh, I went through it. I had to wait... I don't know how it is with real estate of how many days you got to wait after you
fail. So many days. You might can go right back in. Back then, they probably changed the law now.
Yeah.
I think you can probably fail 3 or 4 times now.
And then
you got to take the whole class over.
Oh, okay. So
I think I'm not 100% sure.
So I think it was my Series 66 that gave me problem, Series 65, whatever the case maybe is. And my Series 63. I had to wait like I can't remember the time. Was it 6 months, maybe 6 months or something like that to retake it if you fail it over 3 times? So think about how like you got all this time on your hand and you trying to make money and stuff like that, and you can't make no bread. Like you can't do nothing. Nothing like without having those exams. Because I'm not trying to be looked at no insurance agent. Nothing against insurance agents, but I'm trying to be looked at as a licensed financial advisor. Like I want to know.
For this.
Yeah, I want that title.
I want to attain.
So. I end up passing all those exams, and I remember the same thing how you meant someone had told you was like, about like going a different direction or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Same thing with me. And they don't want to say it, but they be saying it in a certain type of manner, and you like, man, nah, I'm gonna do this. But that's why, because it's like it's not meant for our community.
Yeah.
How like you don't see that many of us, and I hate to say it, I hate to talk about it more so, but I want all of you guys to do this. Go look up the top professionals in America and just go look at the percentages of different communities and what rules each community, right? The percentage wise. Out of 100%. Think about that. Out of 100%. That's a lot of Americans.
Right.
In the U.S. that do top professions, and go look at the percentages and why we need to change that. And it goes back to the mindset thing of having that mom and dad in the household, because we shouldn't always try to be an athlete, comedian, actor, actress. Rapper. I know it's the thing.
Everybody
I get it.
Talent, man.
I get it. I know it's the thing.
We need scientists. You feel me?
I get it.
We need that. We think about it. We need educators.
But the only way to change things is from the inside. And if we still doing all this of the entertainment and the comedian and stuff like that, I get it. We have the power. We got that power. We got that power in us.
I look at it like this, Phil. We go against ourselves when we don't tap into our purpose. It's not everyone's purpose to follow the trend. You got to follow yourself. And I would challenge you to go and learn your life path number. Like, go research it. Go look it up. Go look at what a life path number is. And it's going to tell you everything about yourself as a characteristic of who you are. Yeah. Because it's only, 12 zodiac signs? And however many people in the world it is, those are 12 characteristics of each person. Yeah.
I be saying, I say it, and people look at me crazy. Oh, you're into zodiacs? I'm like, yo, I believe that. The traits be true.
Man, if you believe in that Bible, it's in that Bible.
The traits be true.
And this ain't got nothing to do with no religion. I'm far from a religion person. I'm not religious, period. But I read. I'm an advocate reader, right? And I understand to know thyself is really to know thyself. And once you know thyself, you're going to get on your path and you're going to do what's best for you. Not what's best for Phil, not what's best for mom, not what's best for dad, whoever, what's best for you. We got to start doing stuff for us. I mean, me. I'm the most important being on this planet and within myself. If I can't take care of myself and find myself, I cannot help Phil.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
vice versa, he can't help me. Think about it. We're two people. We have experienced some of the same things, right?
Yeah.
We got a lot in common, but we on two different tracks.
Tax.
This guy is financial advisor. So even me in the real estate, I'm learning money and flipping and wholesaling in real estate and holding real estate and accumulating wealth. Guess what? I meet Phil. Phil teach me how to keep my money, how to invest my money.
Yeah.
That's powerful. That's very powerful, Phil, because not everybody have relationships like that.
Yeah.
Think about it. We all rapping. How can you help me? Let me write my
My
lyrics.
legs, you ghostwriter. You ghostwriter.
You know what I mean? But we need people to do different things in our circle. You know what I mean? That's one thing I appreciate. Like LeBron. Like, you look at everybody criticize LeBron for this and that, but look what LeBron and his team did. All those guys, LeBron the basketball player, we got a agent here, a chef, what the other guy do? Marketing video or something?
Yep.
But they all came together and did something totally different to help each other.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do. Like, whoever that guy is, you do this, you do that. But find yourself, find your path, connect with like-minded people, man. You're gonna be a hell of a dope. But not to cut you off on that.
Nah, you good.
I wanted to say something about that.
It's for the greater good. You know what I mean? Like I said, everybody got a position to play. Everybody got strengths and weaknesses,
Right.
and that's just what it is. But yeah, man. When I got into the industry and stuff like that, I'm thinking it's gonna be one thing, but it's a totally different other. Like it's just it's not what it is. Like what you read in the bus or whatever the case may be is. Right. And I got in there shooting like a bazooka, setting up like 10 meetings a day, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Met a guy that's been in the industry for like 25 plus years, et cetera. Gave me game.
Okay.
Phil, stop shooting out like a Uzi and start shooting out like a shotgun. And I'm like, what you mean by that? And he's like, you should be trying to get quality clients instead of having quantity because you're going to be burnt out by the end of the day. When he told me that, I was just like, ding, ding, ding. That just light bulb popped off in my head because I'm like, I'm having all these meetings and maybe it's a couple dollars here, maybe it's a couple dollars here. And it's nothing against who I'm working with or whatever the case may be is. That's just the situation and position that they're in. And I would love to still help them in some type of manner or fashion, but I got to also protect my peace of mind too as well because I'm dealing with so many different energies on a daily basis and personalities. And I'm having the same conversation over and over and over again, but everybody's funds are just different of how they look. Right. And their age of their age, when's their retirement horizon, how are they an aggressive investor? Are they a moderate investor? Are they conservative? Right? Or do they not like to invest at all? Or maybe they like real estate more than they like the stock market. Or maybe they like the stock market more than they like the real estate. Right. I tell people all the time, do what works best for you. And also make sure you diversify your portfolio is so important because if one market is down, another market could be up, right? And you may hit troubled times or whatever the case may be is where you could pull money from the market that's going up and then market going down. What do they say? Real estate rich, cash poor.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're not doing it right. Right? Yeah, you can have all these tangible assets at your hand and stuff like that, but shoot, maybe now you're getting in a tough time. Now you can't sell.
Right, because that happens when people don't know they don't know the game. They don't have the right mindset. They don't know those steps. They don't know how to flow through accumulating real estate. They just buying, and not really getting the game, And that's something we want to try to help people with. Giving game, not just in the real estate sector, but man, that financial advisor, man, that man got big boy licenses, man. He didn't even know.
I
I knew that. I knew, but they didn't know.
They didn't know.
Now they know. You
They
feel
know.
me?
They know.
Like, and that's powerful. So you just, again, you just don't have someone up here just talking
Yeah,
outside their mouth. Like,
no.
we
And
really talking some stuff we know.
I've seen what the industry is and where it's going and stuff like that. And I'm building something special. I'm definitely building something special for our community for sure. And it's gonna come out soon. It's gonna come out soon, but it takes some time to build. Um, but like I said, I just want to help others that look like me that are in that same position that I was at when I had that I didn't understand anything about money. I didn't understand anything about money.
We want to help. We want to help us for sure, but we want to help everybody.
Body. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? We really want to help the people. So we're here for the people.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, like, we all need help, and sometimes it takes someone to be bold, someone to be brave, to jump out here on this microphone and talk this stuff when others are not able to do that. And when you guys see this podcast and we touch you in any kind of way, any type of fashion or form, man, don't be scared to reach out to us. I mean, we regular people.
People, 100%.
You know
Regular
what I mean?
people.
We're not bigger than life, down to earth, very understandable, and most importantly, we are here to help you and have you guys help us too. We need help. We don't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sitting here saying I know everything. It's something that you know that you can help me with. You're right, and something that I know I'm gonna be able to help you with, and we're gonna create that reciprocal relationship. That's what we're here for. We're here to create reciprocal relationship, and most importantly, man, we want to help you guys make some money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've made some good money in real estate. I made some really, really good money, guys, and that's why I wake up with this joy and
Spirit of
this
attacking the
spirit,
day every day though.
you know what I mean? It's hard work, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Don't nothing come to you easy, and it's not gonna happen overnight. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. But when it happens for you, you're gonna be happy. You're gonna rejoice. You're gonna be grateful that you stuck with it. You're gonna be grateful. Oh, I failed this and I failed and bust my knee, and they're gonna feel better tomorrow when you put some alcohol on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna feel better when you get criticized, or someone tell you you're not doing something right and constructive criticism. And I always say, like, back in our time, we would say, boy, you gotta take that castor oil, and that castor oil have you get what? Have you get better? It's medicine. It's nasty. It's Mom forced you, come take this, and you know what I mean? But when you take it, you feel better.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing when you hear constructive criticism. Everybody be in their feelings. You got to get out your feelings, man, and get out your own way. People are out here to help. Genuine people like myself and Phil, we are literally here to help transform the mindset of the people. And if we can help you transform the mindset one at a time, we're going to help this world become better each and every day. And that's the goal. You know what I mean? I want my kids and your kids to be able to move around in this world, maneuver in this world, knowing that if I don't know you and you're a stranger, I can count on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like when you drive on the freeway. I'm not trying to hurt you. You're not trying to hurt me. You know what I mean? We get into this road rage and all this other stuff, and then kind of go back again to mindset. Like, man, just have a positive mindset. Once you have a positive mindset, I'm not going to be arguing with somebody who cut me off. Guess what? I don't know their life. I don't know they rushing to get home. Something happened with their kids. Something happened with their mom. What they got going on in their life. And we be so quick to want to pull a gun out. And I know I kind of pivot a little bit, you feel? But sometimes that's how things go in the ship. But I just want to stay on course again with that mindset, man. We here to help. I want you guys to truly understand that from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of fear. I don't need nothing from you. I don't need to take nothing. I don't need nothing you have. You know what I mean? I have been truly blessed by the Creator, and so is my guy Phil. And we're gonna continue to be truly blessed because we do good work. We take care of ourselves first. We rise in the AM and we do something for us. You feel me? We pour into us. I'm talking to Phil the other day. He's like, man, I'm studying for a test. He was studying for something he was doing. I called him again that day. Man, I just got finished doing my bike ride.
I'm always maneuvering. I'm always doing
you know what I mean? I go
man.
to his crib. He got this big old screen. We're doing trades. You know, like I like to see stuff like that, man. And,
gotta stay in the
knowing
game.
that he's pouring into himself, and he's definitely doing what it takes to be successful. Because in my world, success is a choice. You feel me?
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. Man, so, we just wrapping up episode 3 of the podcast of Tapping the Income. Make sure you go like, subscribe, hit the follow button. Share your comments, share your views. Connect with us too. Pat Consulting, 2-tier real estate. Anything?
Two-tie real
Oh,
estate, baby.
yeah,
Two-tie.
two-tie real
Two-tie in the
estate.
building. We here.
Tony can
Again,
help you with anything. Real estate. Me, I can help you anything with credit.
coaching, life. Sometimes you need someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to do it all, Phil. We're going to get this game.
we try.
We changing the world, bro. But what we mean by changing the world around us.
Mm-hmm.
We can't touch the whole entire 8 billion people on the planet.
Yeah.
No, it's the people around our circle that we're going to be able to affect change and change their mindset and help these young men, these young boys, develop a mindset of success.
Mm-hmm.
We want to help create a mindset of success. So again, it's your boy Tony, Two Ties, Philly Phil. We in the building. We tapping out, man.
Peace.
Peace.